How's it going, everybody? How's it going? Welcome. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I'm fortunate to be where I am at a family's host for the Christmas season, and welcome to the first Maple Monkey Live Christmas Eve extravaganza. Hopefully, everything's all good here with the sound and the video on my laptop now. So, kind of the first goings boats. Just wanted to jump on here Christmas Eve, and it's just crazy. We're here already, and wish you all just the very merriest of Christmases. Right now, looking out the window, we're in the midst of a snowstorm down here, and like the saying is, big snow, little snow, big snow, and we got a lot of little snow. Hey, Perfected X from Vernon, British Columbia. Love it. Hey, Lisa, how y'all doing today? Very Merry Christmas to everybody. What's the weather like where y'all are? It is just a snowy day down here on the East Coast, and we are predicted to get, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 30 centimeters, maybe even more today. Merry Christmas, Chabar. Good to see you here again, everybody. So glad you could take some time out of your guys' day to pop on in here at the live. And it is just, time is flying by so crazily fast. We're almost into the new year. And I just hope that you're able to spend this Christmas season, just filled with peace, love, and joy. Got rain in Manchester, England. So you're not going to have a white Christmas. Or maybe you have some snow on the ground. Do you, Lisa? Or I don't know. We got right now probably about a foot down. And like I say, it's snowing pretty good out now. I was out there watching the birds out the window. There's some cardinals that are flying by. My mom has a bird feeder out back. And it's just so nice. The male and female cardinals, the red against the white and the green of the trees just looks absolutely just so gorgeous. And yeah, it's just, as much as I don't want the snow, it gives it a nice ambiance. It's nice to have a white Christmas. No snow. Well, this is probably the first year for us that we've had snow in, I don't know, probably the last 5 years or so. So I know what that's like with having a green Christmas. Thankfully, we're blessed. I keep looking out the window because the window's just right there. And yeah, we're just going to be blessed to have a snowy Christmas this year, which is going to be a nice change of pace. So I have some cool things that I have to show y'all too. I found some of my carvings, some other carvings that I have, and actually it's a piece of Intarsia woodwork. Merry Christmas, Annette. 42 degrees there. Christmas cookies in our bikinis. I love it. Merry Christmas, Noraja. Hello, Merry Christmas, everybody. So glad you could take some time out of your day. So I got some stuff here that I want to show y'all. One of my most favorite carvings that I gave as a gift to my gram a little bit ago, but she passed this year, so it's going to be passed along, is just this beautiful this spoon that I carved, and I did a little inlay of an agate from in British Columbia. So I got this agate along the what river was it? The Vedder River, I believe. We went agate hunting, and this is made out of oak, and it's one of my most favorite absolute spoons. And I did it more so as an ornament, so it kind of looks like a spire of an old church or something like that, or like an old castle. So this is one of my most favorite, and it's nice because when you put it on the window, I don't know if you can see through the agate. I'll see if I can get my light on the go, and I'll show y'all when you shine it through. If I can get it to work with the camera here, you can kind of see it if the light doesn't take over there, but it looks absolutely beautiful with the window there. Hey, Joyce, Hampton, Virginia, USA, 37 degrees, Possum Run. Can't wait to be checking out. It was tomorrow, I believe, you're doing your live, right? And I should have some time. Can't wait to check that out. Rain there. Thank you for the appreciative, the spoon carving. Oh, hold on. My cat is here yelling at me to get out. So just one sec, y'all. Bear with me. Tigger, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go on. Mom's cat was here yelling at me. Perfect. Possum Run. So if y'all are interested too, check out Possum Run Homestead. She's doing a live tomorrow on Christmas. Awesome content over on her channel as well. So I got some more stuff I want to show y'all. I did a Intarsia owl here for a present. I think it was last year. I did a lot of homemade gifts. So I was super happy and proud with the way that this turned out. So I got a little, you can hang it on your wall there. And I was just super, super happy with the way that this turned out. And I think I miss woodworking, so I'd love to do some more intarsia art like this. Just absolutely great with the yellow eyes and all of that. So it's going to be a new gift. I can't say it too loud because who it's going to is in the other room over there. Chabar, Arizona, going to be 70 there today. Oh my, oh my. It's nowhere near that here today. And I got another couple pieces here. Do some wood burning. So just a nice little, I don't really like to throw away wood. So this is just a scrap of one of my other things that came alive, something like this. And just do some wood carving and wood burning. So this is just a little cool scene that I do. And then same with this one right here, just on a piece of cedar, some wood burning and mountains and forest. And I got to figure out which way I'm going with everything here. The knot, where's the knot? The knot here is almost like a kind of a moon or something coming up over the horizon. So just some cool stuff that I want to show with y'all that I made throughout the years, and going to be using them as gifts this year. I like to do handmade gifts and everything for, as opposed to going out and buying all the different stuffs and the materialism stuff. So last year, unfortunately, I wasn't able to. This year, I took literally the whole year, made a bunch of stuff, and those are some of the stuff that I made and was able to thankfully hand out as gifts. So how y'all doing today? My oh my, it's like I say, it is just crazy. We are just moving right along. We are almost into a new year. You have any plans for the new year? Are y'all with family? Got any turkeys in the oven? What's your traditional meal? We got some turkeys on the way here. Potatoes, stuffing, carrots, traditional meals like that. I know some people go with the hams and all of that such too. So what is yours traditional Christmas dinner? I guess we got family coming over tomorrow as well. We're going to be going to the first Christmas Eve mass that I've been to ever, so that's in another couple hours. So that's why I kind of wanted to time this the way that I did and push it an hour, but still give us some time just in case it does go a little bit long. I don't really, same thing as the live that we did last weekend. I had just so much fun with that. For I see some of the same faces, or well, not faces, but some of the same names, like Chabar, Annette, uh, Possum Run. So I see some of the same people, and I muchly appreciate y'all, for the support and all that good stuff. Oh my, it's a little bit of a different scene here that we have here today. This is my old room at my mom's house. So not at the 12 by 12 cabin here. Thankfully got somebody in the neighborhood taking care of the chickens, got them all situated. We've been having some absolutely just cold weather. It's been hovering right around like minus 15 to 20. Bobby Nash, good morning from Alabama. Good morning, my brother. Hopefully you're just having an absolutely grand. It seems like there's a lot of people here that are into the warmer weather. Can't say that I'm a little bit jealous. I don't want to say that. We're not supposed to be jealous, but it would be nice to have a little bit warmer weather, because I know in the next week or so that this snow and this cold is going to get old. I always say I'm good for the winter. I'm good for the snow, but I'm only good for it right up until January 1st. I can hear the cat yelling at me in the background, wanting to get in. I have a suitcase that's over in the back there, and usually my door is closed. She's cuddled right up in the suitcase. Got to get her 16 hours of sleep. Northern Ontario survival. Going to be building a 12 by 12 in the spring. Found your channel the other day while searching out how to build one. Love it, man. I hope that you can get some inspiration from my build for your own. Are you going to build it single story, double story? Keep it short and simple. How are you doing yours, my brother or sister? I can't tell by people's names, so bear with me, everybody. But yeah, I found 12 by 12 is a good starting size, because you could always do add-ons for it. 25 this morning, warning up to single, then expand. That's what I'm going to do too. I hope to get the 8 by 16 kitchen edition with the traditional wood-fired cook stove. Wayne, so a guy, beautiful. Never know with the names, so I don't want to, misgender all that, stuff without getting into that. But yeah, 8 by 16. I want to do with the traditional wood-fired cook stove. We were just sitting around the island out in the kitchen, and my great grandmother, we were just saying it's crazy, because she would prepare a meal for 20 to 50 people, 30-foot long table. She didn't have running water, old school wood fired cook stove. And it's funny because my great great grandfather, he was a master carpenter, and he was kind of the fellow that would like to, keep up with technology. So I remember hearing the story that when electric stove came out, that they got rid of the old wood fire stove. And my great great grandmother, she was absolutely so used to it. She could know what size stick in if she needed to raise it up by 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 50 degrees. She knew exactly what size stick to put in there, and she had that thing down pat. So that's my goal. But they switched it out, and I was laughing because he got one of those electric stoves and electric ranges when they first came out, and they were saying that she couldn't figure out how to use that thing. She'd be burning everything and would be pretty much cursing to put in the old wood fired cook stove. So I always found that funny. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Stacy. I wish you a very Merry Christmas as well. I wish I was in the Christmas spirit, struggling with the situation as of last night. Need to get another. Oh, no. Well, my dear, I hope that you can pick up some good vibes through this live. Blessings to you for your situation that you're in. And just know that, even bad situations produce good results. Just keep positive, keep faithful, and you're in my prayers, Stacy. So I really just hope that you can get some love and Christmas spirit from this live, because it's unfortunate that in the Christmas spirit, or in the Christmas time, that stuff like that is happening. So God bless you, Stacy, and may the Lord just watch over you and bless you with peace, love, and abundance during this Christmas season and into the new year with all your endeavors. Planning on to record everything and upload it, start my own channel. Love it, love it, love it. And it's good too, because when you do that, like I was looking back at some of my previous videos, and it's just like, I don't know, for me at least, for my own journey, I think that like, oh, I haven't come that far, or but then I look back at my old videos of the video documentation, because that's probably one of the main reasons I did it, obviously to inspire other people for their builds as well, but for myself, for posterity. It's so nice to be able to look back at how far you've come on your own journey and just like kind of give yourself a pat on the back, because I don't think we do that a lot in life, where we don't really recognize our struggles and we don't really see how far we've come, because we're just so busy, especially into the homestead life and off-grid living. We're just so busy completing things and tasks and just trying to get where we need to go at the finish line. We don't appreciate the journey. So that's why I say we need to the adventure is in the journey, not the destination. My boss also laid me off. I'm going to put you down in my prayer book, Stacy. I'm going to put you down in my prayer book for sure, for sure. Just one sec. I got to, yeah. So let me just try that. Most definitely. I'll add that in for my prayer book here, just so I don't forget. And everything happens for a reason, love. Everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that happened for a reason, and the Lord's working in your life for greater. And just lean on Him and know everything happens for a reason. And I believe this year coming up for you is just going to be filled with abundance. He's moving in your life. I can feel it. I know He is, and I'm getting confirmation because I'm getting God pimples on my arm. So just keep Him close, and know that everything happens for a reason, good or bad. And I truly believe that this year for a lot of us is going to be just an absolutely abundant year. And it's just going to be amazing, absolutely amazing, I believe. So we can all get through this together. If anybody ever wants to reach out, leave it in the comments. I got my email address on my, I believe it's on my homepage there. By all means, shoot me an email. I do not mind in the bit. I like to go off grid, but I love my AC. You can have all that stuff going off grid, man. You just got to get set up with, solar setups and all that. It just, everybody has their own like necessities and wants and needs and all of that. So my wants and my needs may be a little bit different than somebody else's. So yeah, definitely, that is definitely doable to have AC. I see a lot of homesteads that are pretty much just built like a regular house. One video uploaded last year of a quick property tour, quarter of an acre. Oh yeah, you can do a lot still on a quarter of an acre. I've seen some garden videos, and the stuff that they do on their quarter of an acre is just mind blowing. And I only have, I think it's 1.2 acres, so I don't have a lot of area in my spot as well. But if you just utilize it, plan out where you're going to put your garden and your cabin and stuff, and do a lot of vertical stuff, the sky's the limit. Nice work on the stovepipe. Hey, appreciate that, Lone Paw. Upstate New York, Tug Hill region, right on. Just started watching your channel, living. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the support. Good morning, C Snide. Good to see you back here from the other live. Good to see y'all. Like I keep saying, it's just flying by. Time's flying by, and my oh my, it's just just grateful that that I can make some time for y'all, and you guys can make some time for us to have another sit down and chill and chat. I know the last one today is probably not going to be as long as the last one, just because I know people are busy and families and don't want to take time away from your families and such. But yeah, it's just amazing that we can all get together. And I said in the last one that we did, it was like we were all just sitting around a campfire and just having this great conversation. And I really appreciate that we can do that. It really means the world to me that we can grow this community in a positive light, in a positive manner, like I say in all my videos. And I'm going to keep on saying, we should build each other up as a community, as a troop, and inspire others, right? Build people up, help them out in whatever way we can. Just spread kindness and positivity, because you never know what somebody's going through behind closed doors. And saying a positive compliment to somebody on your way out, or saying like you have a nice hat or nice glasses, you just never know how far that's going to go. So it's just so nice that we can just sit down here, and I like to frame it as we're sitting around a campfire and we're just just gabbing and just having a good old time, being fools, acting funny. It's just great we can be ourselves, and I love that. I appreciate that. Family is what I want to ignore. Oh no, don't say that, Bobby. And each in their own. It's all good, my guy. Some people's family, that is the case, where they're not really the best of people, or I don't know your circumstances and everything, but I understand that. So I can understand where you're coming from for sure. Like I say, I don't have any framework for the video, and it's crazy. We're already 16 minutes in, and so my plans, our family plans for the day, for this Christmas Eve, it is right around coming up to 20 after 11. So if the snowstorm doesn't get too bad, we're going to head out into town, and we're going to head to the Christmas Eve mass at my mom's church, come back here and have some family time and just kind of watch some Christmas movies, had some Christmas jazz on the go in the background, which was nice. And last night, me and my mom delivered some Christmas cards and went out and looked at some of the lights. And my, oh my, I can speak for my area, and I don't know about yours, but it seems like a lot of lights are up this year, and it's just great to see it. We were out and we're just, our heads are on a swivel looking around at all these lights. So actually in the city, I want to take her down. There's a really fancy part of the city that's only probably like 20 or 30 minutes away. And they go all out. It's like $1 million hoses, multi-million dollar hoses, and it's like keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing. So you go down in this neighborhood, and the lights and the ornaments that these families put up. One family starts it, and I'm sure the next family sees the lights that's on this house, so they got to upstage them, and then another family sees, so they got to upstage them. So it's literally family after family after family in these $1 million homes that are just trying to upstage each other, trying to have the best Christmas light show. And it's good because it's like made a draw for the area every year, and it is just this. It's crazy. They must spend probably like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months trying to get this stuff set up beforehand. It's crazy. Gotta go get the chicken feds wife bought. Merry Christmas, Bobby. Yeah, I'm praying my chickens are good too. I got a fan or a friend over there that's making sure that their water doesn't freeze. Hey, blue collar, God bless. Merry Christmas. Christmas. I can't even talk. I was laughing because I poked myself in the eye right before the live stream, and I'm like, how does that even happen? How do I even poke myself in the eye? I'm going to be coming on to the live stream, and I'm going to be like a patch eye, not even going to be able to look out of it. But thankfully, the eye's not too bad. So I was just laughing. I'm like, how you fool? How do I even poke myself in the eye? But I don't know. Anything's possible, I guess, with me. So I was just laughing at that. No fools, no fun, eh? Oh my. 9:20 a.m. here in Southern Illinois. Yeah, we're not too far off then. It's 11:20 here. So what's that? Few hours time difference. What the most do? What the most do? I don't know. What the most do, Dixie Vids? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Grab a little drink here. Yeah, so like I say, we're supposed to be getting a good snowstorm here. I'm glad everybody that is traveling doesn't really have that far to go. And if you're doing some traveling today, hopefully it's not any snowy or icy conditions, and that your traveling is nice and safe. I love this channel. Keep up the sweet work. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's fuel to my fire to keep going. I got another video. I just posted a video of the stovepipe, replacing the stovepipe. There was a creosote buildup. Had some good comments on there about putting some screws in where the connectors are, because I didn't even realize the back pressure from if this stovepipe ever did catch on fire, that it could blow the stovepipe right apart. So I didn't even think about that. So I'm gonna have to go back in and zip in 3 screws on each of them. So I appreciate, buddy was a stovepipe specialist, a wood stove installer, and I appreciate him looking out for that, because I didn't even think of that. I would have never guessed that there'd be enough back pressure to blow the stovepipes apart. So I have to go back in and fix that. That was posted, when was that? Monday. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, so that was posted yesterday. I have another video that'll be coming out Thursday. I'll be uploading that today, and that'll be up Thursday. Lisa, I don't see Max anymore. Me and the ex split up, so I haven't seen him in a few months. I pray and I hope they're doing well. So I really miss the bugger, though. I miss Max. Yeah, maybe in this upcoming year, if it's the Lord's will, that maybe I'll get a dog that's hopefully as good as him, because I miss him some fierce. He was just such a good dog. But yeah, he was her dog, so there's not much I can do about that, right? So Merry Christmas, Johnson Roxon. God bless you and your family. Yeah, it's all good, Lisa. Trust me, I'm in such a better place because of it. It needed to happen. It just, it wasn't meant to be, as they say. And I am in such a better place, and just, wish nothing but the best for her and her endeavors, and Max and all of that with the old homestead. That's why you don't see any of the old homestead videos on my channel. Got those all taken down, because even though I built it and built the whole homestead, right, I'm not gonna promote it. That's her homestead now, so just privated all those videos, and that'll kind of be for my private looking back and reminiscing, I guess, as opposed to keeping it on the channel and things of that nature. All right, you're coming on to 11:30. 11:30. Crazy. All right, did I miss any comments? I don't think so. I love here. Usually I'm on my tablet, and it was only like last live stream that I was able to find out that somebody said that. Oh, I'm like, oh, the comments are disappearing too fast, and I can scroll down. But it's good with this one, because I can see that the comments are literally on the side here and they don't disappear. Oh, excuse me. So it's good. But this is my first time really using my laptop for anything, because it just eats through the data. When I'm at home, I use my mobile phone here as a mobile hotspot. Seems to work out good. I was checking out the video last time, and I get what people were saying, where it was a little bit choppy and grainy. Audio was good. So I think I'll be getting a better connection here, because there's literally good fiber optic internet and all that stuff here. So should be good. Should be good. Yeah, I don't think I see. That's good. That's good. I'm all up to date with those. Beautiful. I'm not going to be doing a live this Friday. I just wanted to get on here for the live for this Christmas week, and it was last Friday that we did it. So this will be this week's live, and then the next week live we'll be back onto a regular schedule for a Friday upload. So I believe Thursday will be the new video, and that's taking care of some chores around the homestead, getting some stuff taken care of, tidied up, doing some stuff for the chickens and that such. So that'll be uploaded 7 a.m. Thursday, and I think that's Boxing Day. So 24 minutes in. I don't want to take up. What are your chicken ladies doings without you? I have them all set up with food and water. I posted an actual video on my Patreon page testing out a new setup, but it kind of worked, it kind of didn't. And thankfully, I have some good neighbors. So I was just down there delivering some Christmas gifts the other day, and asked a neighbor and a friend of mine if he'd mind out just breaking up if there's any water into the top of the chicken water there, so they can actually have water, and their food is good. So I say you can keep the eggs. I'd be muchly appreciated if you could do that. And he's like, yeah, no worries. I'll stop on in here every day that you're not here. Make sure that the chicken's water is not frozen. Thankfully, the cold polar vortex that's here, today's the last day of it. I think even right out now it's starting to warm up a little bit. I say warm as like, -7, -8, as opposed to -20-ish with the wind. But it's good because I was even in the chicken coop the other day before I was leaving. It's all closed in for the wind, so there's no drafts in there. And I do the multi-layer bedding, and it seemed like it was, compared to the wind blowing outside and inside the chicken coop, it was actually, doable. And the good thing about the chickens is that's why I don't have any heaters. The only thing I like to put a heater on is for their water, but I don't have a source of electricity. But I don't like to get any kind of heater in there for them, because if the power were to ever go out and they get acclimatized to the heat, then if it dropped in temperature, then they would succumb to the temperature. The chicken has a natural body temperature right around 104 degrees. So what they do is they'll like kind of puff themselves out and puff out their feathers to kind of equalize their internal temperature, to regulate themselves, so they don't, they're well more adapted to the cold than people have them to believe. So as long as your coop doesn't have any drafts and it doesn't get them wet, then 9 times out of 10, unless you're in an area that's like, -40 or -30 for consistently throughout the whole winter, you shouldn't need to add any supplementary heating. Yeah, no, I'm just getting the Patreon on the go now. I just posted some videos, posted some posts, tips for finding land for homesteading. It's just for behind the scenes videos and such that I'll be posting, that I don't really think will, gain a lot of traction on the YouTube channel. So it'll be like less edits, more behind the scenes, and stuff like that. For those that want to head over to Patreon and check it out. Yeah, check it out. The link's in my homepage there. New to your channel, checking out your older videos. Yeah, oh, lots of progress made. It's 4 years since I started, and like I say, I built a whole nother homestead, so that partially plays into why. And it was probably for almost 2 years. Oh, excuse me. It was almost for 2 years that I didn't do any consistent work on the old 12 by 12. So that was a detriment to getting it done, and that's why it's not finished. As some people are like, wow, like what were you building it like a board at a time over the last 4 years. But when you build a whole nother homestead, it takes away from that. And I wasn't living there, and I was only going out there a couple weekends at a time throughout the year, so not a lot of work got done. So this last year was one of the best years since literally building the place, where a lot of the work got done. And this 2025 season is just we have some big plans coming up, and by the grace of God, I pray every day that, and I believe they're already going to be there. It's already done in his eyes, so it's going to be coming up, and we got some big plans coming up here. I am so freaking excited. Your ministry channel is really cool. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, if you want to check it, anybody want to check that out, it's Adam Sankey Ministries. I'll talk about a little bit of my faith on here, but this is my main YouTube channel dedicated for the homestead, off-grid living, and I just didn't want to overwhelm people with my faith on here, so that's why I kind of have them separated. And it's just great to see the amount of people on this channel as well of the faith. And like I said in my last live, it's all good if you don't believe. I'm not trying to push my beliefs on you, and I hope you don't feel that I'm trying to shove anything down your throat, because that's the last thing that I want to do, right? So that's why I have those two separate channels, just for those people that maybe want to take a gander over there and just see more stuff that's straightly pertained to Christian faith. That's all. I think 2025, oh yeah, law will happen. Like I say in my videos, just to give you, for some new people that maybe are popping in, outdoor cook stove, like a pizza oven, rocket mass heater. I'm going to be got to build a woodshed, got to finish the bathhouse. There's going to be a wraparound deck with with a porch on the front of it, screened in porch. Going to be doing what else, like an outdoor seating area, swimming pond out front, and I'm so excited for the swimming pond. I'm going to do like a bamboo wall, stones for the walkway, seating area in front of the greenhouse. Gotta continue on with the greenhouse, get that all situated a little bit more, expanding the chicken coop for if I get more chickens. If I get ducks, then I have to build a duck enclosure with a pond. And yeah, there's a lot coming up here, and I am so excited to share it with y'all. Especially getting the siding on the cabin, getting the inside done in the cabin, and then for me, for my personal sake, when I can get the stuff like the walls finished on the inside, then we can start having some fun and start customizing some things, getting going with like custom bookcases, shelves, and trim accents, window accents, getting the door accents all on the go. And there's just a lot happening. I'm just so excited because it's been a minute. When I first moved into the after me and the ex split up last year, that cabin, I didn't have any exterior insulation. I didn't have any insulation in the roof, didn't have any insulation in the upper loft, and I didn't even have really any good wood. And I was thankfully it was towards the end of the winter, so I moved in at the cabin. When was it? I want to say it was right around January last year, January, February. So we're getting into like the coldest months, but the end of the winter last year, and it was an absolute struggle to stay there and keep warm. I only had it was Tyvek literally just covering up the slats in between the 1x6s, and it was just a drafty cold cabin last year. I posted a picture on my community tab. I had the wood stove going the other night. I had some candles going, and I was just sitting back appreciating about just how far in this last year that I've come. And it was like minus 20 out last night, and here I am in my t-shirt and shorts sitting on the inside. And there was no way that I've been able to do that last season where the cabin was sitting. So this last year has been just been awesome to check some things off the list. Oh, 2025, I truly believe that possum run, it's gonna be just an absolutely grand year for so many of us. Like, it's just abundance is gonna be for everybody. I really believe that. Have the Lord by your side, and I believe, 2025 is gonna be a breakthrough year for a lot of us. Jacuzzi, oh yes. Oh, I don't know about a jacuzzi because I need to get some motors and everything for the bubbles, but I would really, really like either one of two things, or maybe I'll just do two of two. I'll try to get both of them done, but I want to find a cast iron tub because I want to do cold dips. Um, I absolutely love doing cold plunges, so I'm going to hook the cast iron tub up to the babbling brook, and I was even thinking I could prop it up on a pedestal, and so I could build a firebox underneath of it, build it up, and have a fire underneath of it, and I could use it actually as a full-fledged bathtub. And what I'd like to do is a cedar fire hot tub. So you see them cedar on the outside in a circle, and then it has the firebox on the inside, and you just you fill it up with water, let the wood stove cook for a couple hours, and it gets your hot tub just nice and going. So those are a couple other plans that I'd like to have on the go. I'm just looking out at the birds. There's all kinds of chickadees and cardinals and juncos over at my mom's bird feeder, which is absolutely great to see. Uh, Thank you, C. Snide. Hopefully you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well. I have built with cob before when I was doing the hobo hut. I built some stuff with cob, and I actually built a clay fireplace when I was building. I lived in so I started living in the car, and then I lived in the hobo hut because I wasn't going to live in the car in the winter. So I built my hobo hut, and the property has all kinds of clay. So it was a clay earthen fireplace in the hobo hut, and you can check out, I have some videos of it. There's a night where I was staying in the hobo hut. I had that just fireplace absolutely just stogged, and it was actually a snowstorm like this, and I woke up the next morning and we got 40 or 50 centimeters while I was staying in the hobo hut. It was absolutely too cool. And just like in one of I think it was my second last video that I posted, we went back and we checked out what it was sitting at. I thought it would have been in better shape because I reused a lot of the barn board from there for the accent wall that's in behind the wood stove. I used a lot of the tin for other things. And unfortunately, the framework has been, ever since I took the wall supports down and all that, it's kind of been cattywampus. So I'm going to take that down, get it all cleaned up. And I think I'm probably going to build another one because it's just it was just tall enough to stand up in. So it was about 6 feet tall right at the peak, going down to maybe about 5 foot walls, a little cubby off onto the side for my sleeping bag. And the back wall had my clay fireplace. And then on the front, there was a little window with a little cook stove on it. And awesome. Sauna would be nice. I could add it on to the bathhouse. I'm doing an 8x8 pallet wood bathhouse right now, so I was thinking I could do a little add-on with another sloped roof coming off of the bathhouse and put a little wood stove in there and dabble on some water on it and do some hot cold treatment from the brook and into the sauna. So like I say, there is all kinds of plans, all kinds of plans. I appreciate that, blue collar. I don't know about amazingly skilled. My the saying is, "Jack of all trades, but master of none is still better than a master than of one." So that's the way that I look at it. Is dabbling in all these little things, and I learn best by doing hands on. So the more I do hands on, the better I learn, and I can expand my skills. But I've been doing woodwork and building since I was knee high to a grasshopper building structures out of sticks and logs, as some of you have done in your childhood, right? And some of those structures, they're still standing, and using just the bare necessities. 15, 20 years later, they're still standing. Hot tub in a couple weeks. Oh, I can't wait. I'm hoping you're going to be doing a video on that possum run, so I'm going to check in on that. Is it going to be like a cedar fire wood hot tub, or cedar fire? What am I trying to say? Cedar fire hot tub, or I don't even know what I'm trying to ask here. But if better be doing a video, I want to check on it because it's going to give me some motivation for my own too. So that's awesome that it's going to be coming up for you in a couple weeks. Learning by going, amen. Hey, Matt, skunk outdoors and adventure, outdoors and nature. I think anything you set your goal to, you can achieve. Amen to that. Amen to that. If you really truly want it in life and you set yourself up for success, I believe you really can do anything. And especially if you got the big man by your side. So I am super excited. Actually, I was doing some thinking the other day about video ideas. I have a whole book full of ideas for this channel and the ministry channel. And you may follow, there's a channel, Outdoor Boys, and he just has an absolutely large channel, great channel, family man, God-fearing man, and homestead up in Alaska, and goes out and does wilderness survivals. And it's been a hot minute since I have gone out into the bush and done any winter camping and survival stuff. And I would always love doing that. And I did it even before I had my YouTube channel. And one of the last ones that I did, I built a shelter, brought back some stuff like you're going on a hike and kind of pretending like I got lost. And the best thing to do is stay put when you get lost. So I built my own shelter. I had my winter sleeping bag and brought a little bit of canned goods with me. And I still think back at that. And it was one of the best night's sleeps I've ever had. I had my mummy bag. I put my mummy bag over my head, and I woke up in the morning and it was dark because I couldn't see anything, right? Because I was covered up by my sleeping bag. And I woke up thinking that it was going to be like 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. And I open up my mummy bag, I unzip it, and I open it up, and I look outside, and the sun is shining, and the birds are chirping, and I look at my watch, and it says it's 9 a.m., and I'm like, what is going on here? No way, even like when I'm camping, I can't sleep until 9 o'clock. And I say that was one of the best night's sleeps that I've ever had. So I can't wait, and I'm gonna be bringing on y'all with me, and it's going to be like a 2 or 3 day kind of wilderness survival kind of, if it kind of incorporating like, oh, if you get lost, like kind of this is what you should do. And I'm just super excited. It's going to be just so awesome to bring y'all along for that adventure as well. Harbor Freight. I think our equivalent to Harbor Freight would be Princess Auto, I believe, because a Harbor Freight would be like kind of has everything and would be a little bit cheaper of things, if I'm not mistaken. So I think our equivalent to Harbor Freight, you know what, we may have a I'm not sure, but I think our equivalent would be Princess Auto. They have literally like all kinds of stuff, from car accessories to camping accessories. And it's like really good because it's not as expensive as some of the retail stores. The quality may not be that good, but the good thing is full return policy. So, if you don't like it, you literally can just return it. Yeah, definitely. It's an electric one that a sponsor sent it to me. Oh, too cool. I love that. I'm in the works of talking with a couple people that'll want to do collaborations. So hopefully we can get some stuff set up for that as well. Bring you all some good stuff here coming up into the new year. If we can get it all set up and worked out for for the collabs and the collaborations and all that stuff. Yeah, I agree. Possum Run. It's great. And if we have, oh, I forget what it's called. If we get enough snow, I'll build one. It's oh, I can't think of it. For whatever reason, only Wallapini's come into my name. But it's where you build, you get all the snow, and you build a big dome out of the snow, and you start sticking sticks through it, and then you dig out in between of it. Uh, I can't remember what the name is, but if we get enough snow, that's going to be another video too, because it's almost like an igloo, but it's considered a survival shelter. And if my brother was here, he oh yeah, it's this and this and this. I can't remember what the name of it though. He was saying that in his him and his buddies do a lot more hunting than I do, and I hope that's going to be changing where I can get out and do some more hunting. And he said that they built one between the 4 or 5 of them, and it was pretty cool to see. So I wish I could think of the name of it. You literally just it's like you build a circumference circle of, let's say, like 10 feet, and then you build a mound of snow, let's say about 10 feet, and get some structure. You stick some sticks down into it, and then you dig out the center, and then you build a fire in the middle of it. And what the fire does, it melts the inside, changes it to that little bit of water, so it solidifies, and it's a perfect survival shelter for you. That's it. Yeah, Quincy. Excuse me. Oh, oh, spit went down the wrong tube. Good call, Possum Run. Oh, Quincy. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, Quincy or Quincy, however you pronounce it. Oh, so yeah, I am just. Oh my! Took the breath right from the old lungs here. Oh, oh yeah, good call, Northern Ontario. Yep, that's it, Quincy. Yeah, so I'm hoping, as much as I don't like snow, I'll be taking advantage of it, and we'll be bringing you all along for the adventures. What are you glad to hear? Adventures. I felt bad for you when you're having a rough day. God answered those prayers for new ideas for your channel. Amen. Amen. And that's why I say, like in that video, even looking, I watched it myself. Not that I go back and watch my videos, but that one was kind of I wanted to, and it's funny because that's one of my best performing videos. And it was, you can tell, because if you've checked out my videos, I'm high energy, happy go lucky, just like boo, 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 like a fool, right? In a good sense of the term, hopefully. And that video was a lot more low energy. And even my mom, she's like, yeah, you could really notice the difference in that video. And that's why I just wanted to bring, if you're already under this lifestyle, that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's not all good times, hard times, just like any day, any life. It don't matter if you're homesteading or not. It's not all fun times, sunshine and rainbows. And I see that a lot of people, they only portray the good times, right? So I felt that, well, you know I don't really feel like doing a video, but if I do a video, it's going to be more realistic because, like I say in that video, I'm not feeling the best. Like I'm just a little bit downtrodden today, and it just brings a realistic expectation to people looking into the lifestyle where I don't have tons and tons of money. I don't have all of the infrastructure. I don't have all of this like some YouTubers, and it's 1 year and they got just an absolutely gorgeous homestead, ATVs, snow machines, good. And like I always say, I'm not taking anything away from their journey. It's good on them that they can do that, but I'm just unfortunately not there in my life right yet. 2025, though, that's going to be the turning point of abundance. So I just like to keep it real, realistic expectations, because I think that, and I'm speaking for myself, when I would watch out these videos, it would inspire me to get out and want to chase my own journey. But at the same time, it would kind of be a detriment because I'd look at all these people and it's be like, well, how could I even start this journey? Like they have like 100 acres. They got barns and horses and goats and tractors and four-wheelers and just their beautiful cabin with solar power and battery banks and bathrooms and running water. And it's just like, how in the world did they get here in 6 months? But you got the money, it's possible. So just right now, it's just realistic expectations for people looking to go into this lifestyle for kind of budget friendly, right? Because everything that I do has been from paycheck to paycheck. I paid off the property paycheck to paycheck. I paid off the cabin paycheck to paycheck. Each project is paycheck to paycheck, right? And some weeks bills come in where it's or some months bills will come in and literally it'll take up all of my monies for the month. And I'm not complaining, that's fine, but it's it takes a step back from the homestead where you don't you can't buy building materials, can't buy this, can't buy that, and especially where things now are just getting so expensively crazy, right? Like it's just unreal to buy lumber from a store. Thankfully, I got a wood guy, but you buy lumber from a store. Like I was even looking at a clothesline, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'll go get a clothesline, and a clothesline will be $20. Clothesline is $75. Same when I was doing the wood stove videos. That's why I was did that tip where I was looking at stovepipe brushes. A stovepipe brush just for the brush head, $50, and for each 6 foot section of wand screw wands that you get, it's $28. So it'd be $150 for just a stovepipe wand to get it cleaned out. So that's why I showed what I do is just use an evergreen bough. Use evergreen boughs, and if you even want to, if you're not taking apart your stovepipe, use an evergreen bough. Tape it on the end of a stick, a straight stick. Get a 6 foot section of stick, and once you hit your 6 foot mark, grab another stick, tape your stick together, and just keep on feeding it down your stovepipe. And it's worked great for me in the past, as opposed to spending the $150. Exactly. Do what you can, Possum Run, and I believe that you probably could attest to that as well. Well, I like the saying, necessity is the mother of all invention. Because you think of our ancestors doing this lifestyle, they literally, if they didn't have what they needed, they would have to make it, and if they couldn't make it or find it, it was life or death. So like we're very blessed that, and a lot of the times we can just go to the store and sometimes purchase it. But in the same sense, I like to think of, the true modern day pioneers. Like they'd travel across, they'd load up their wagons, there'd be 15 wagons, and the whole community, the whole family would set out west or set out south or set out east. And sometimes, the wagons would break down and the horses would die. And well, looks like this is where we're going to make our homestead, right? So it was, and that's with winter coming around the corner for them. And so like it was, through community and necessity, they got her done. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. Cold as it gets here at the cabin. Last night or the other night, it was minus 20-ish with the wind. And if we get a good polar vortex, some years it drops down to it could hit, like I've seen minus 40. Mind you, it's not sustained. Polar vortex usually comes in and lasts. It has lasted for a week before, but usually if a polar vortex comes in, it'll drop the temperature down to about minus 30 or so. Probably minus 25 to minus 40 for anywhere from 2 to 5, 6, 7 days. Usually doesn't stick around anywhere longer than that. Have some subscribers from like Russia and Siberia and stuff like that, and you see them sustained minus 40, minus 50, minus 60, and that is just true perseverance, just crazy. High energy, excited dreamer. That's me. I'm a dreamer. Really cool to have that energy. Followed. That's what I try, blue collar. Live by example, right? And I hear that I have a lot of older fan base, a lot of older subscribers as well, that may be a little bit too old to go to this lifestyle. So it's nice because they say that they can live vicariously through me. So if you can get that, and you're a little bit older, and you've wanted to get at this life, but you're at the time in your life where it's not possible, then I like to live. I like to be high energy. But I mean, that's who I am. Energy anyway, right? High energy, no fools, no fun. Wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's good that these older folk can live vicariously through me and through other YouTube channels. So it's just absolutely wonderful to see. Oh, Value Village, good call. I actually love going thrift, and I've found so many wonderful, good things at the old Value Village and thrift stores. Same with yard sailing. So when the spring and summer times comes up, I'll be getting out and doing some yard sailing. Last two years ago, it was nice. Well, the bad portion of it was her husband had passed away, but she had a yard sale to get rid of some stuff, and I found an old box of knives, and it probably had 25, 30, 40 knives in it. And she says, "Well, how much do you want for the whole box, love?" And she said, "Give me $5 and you can have the whole thing." And there was like butchering knives, carving knives, hunting knives, and there was blades in there where you can carve your own handles to it. So which is good because I wanted to get a bit more into carving, so I have that set aside. And I, yeah, love it, love it, love it. Merry Christmas, bro. Just at my mom's here. Merry Christmas. Hopefully you and your family are having an absolutely great Christmas, Black Wolf. So about the same as my property. Yeah, 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 for sure. For sure. Gotta get a drink here. I'm still feeling where I choked down the wrong side here. But yeah, it's just nice to get out there and get stuff for the cheap because it's still possible and takes a little bit longer. That's why the goes in time with the homestead too. Takes a little bit longer when you're budget building, and that's why the 8x8 palletwood bathhouse has been taking as long as it has because I've been just scrounging the materials, finding the materials, and you got to find the materials first. And then you got to save up the money for if you got to go buy materials. So far, everything that I had for that place has been, oh, excuse me, I had to pay $100 for the house wrap, but it's good because I still pretty much got three-quarters of a roll. So that's all that I have left over for the that I invested into the pallet would build. That's why it's taken a little bit longer because you got to procure the items, save up for the stuff that you need. And thankfully, I have some nails, some staples, and screws. I was noticing that a neighbor down the way had a spare door sitting around his yard. So I was down there the other day delivering their Christmas card. Oh, I think the female cardinal's out there. Sorry, squirrel. So I think he has a door that's sitting around the side of his shed, and I'm going to ask him if I could buy it off him, or if he could, I don't know, we could work out some kind of a deal because it's just sitting on the side of his shed. So that would be great. We're going to be getting back working on there, coming into the probably the new year. I'm going to say because I am so excited to get that bathhouse on the go. Man, oh man, it's going to be an absolute treat. I'm going to get a propane, like a camping wood fire, not wood fire, camping propane heater that you use, and you just hook up your propane tank to it. I'll get a water reservoir, hook up a little pump to it, and just like you're camping. So it's going to be some nice to have a full-fledged shower and not have to do bird baths or bathe at the gym and stuff like that. So we are on the up and up and up with the old homestead. Nice and snowy, I know, right? We are getting, it's just little snow, so it's been coming down now for a couple hours, and I think we're in for a wall up. So I guess it was coming down from the west coast. I was talking with the old man and the brother. They're up in Ontario, and the same thing. They were getting pounded with a snowstorm. So I think it was working its way down east towards us slowly. And it says it's supposed to snow all day today into the night tonight. And if it keeps up like this, we are probably going to get quite a bit of snow. So hopefully y'all don't have any, driving around and doing. And if you're in the area, just be safe driving if the roads are covered in snow and ice, because I know a lot of people are doing some traveling around this time. Timeline, really? Not really. You live in the moment. What do you mean blue collar timeline for what? To have everything finished? This I'm not really I don't really have a Christmas or a timeline for having everything finished. I have lots of projects, and it seems like I check one thing off the list. Oh yeah, no timeline. No, when when I get the money and the time, and I got a busy year coming up here for trips and plans and stuff having to do with this channel and the ministry channel. So no timeline, just kind of working at things. We're not even granted tomorrow, right? So I may not even make it till tomorrow, right? I may die in my sleep, or something may happen to me today, right? So that's the way that I look at life. Is we're blessed to have the day that we have, and not to say that we shouldn't plan and for the future, but we're not guaranteed. So I don't have anything set in stone for hard timelines with anything. And it usually goes to with okay, so I have these materials on hand, and I can get this much done at this project, and I can work on this project because I have these materials for this project. And people make fun of me because they're like, do you ever finish any of your projects? And it's like, I only work on a project with the materials that I have on hand. Because if I got no money, I can't go out and buy the stuff that I need, right? So I'll kind of shift my focus from project to project with the materials that I have on hand. And that's why there's like some project at like 20%, some projects at 50%, some projects at 80%. But in the grand scheme of things, they're all going to be at 100% because in my brain, I can already see everything all done. Like I can look at the cabin and I can see it all finished with the siding, with the sunroom on the top or on the front, the kitchen on the back. I can look at the garden area and I can see a full-fledged garden with all the trellises, the greenhouse, the swimming pond. So it's like I can already see it in my head. It's just the reality needs to catch up to it. And it's not like I can like bring a cord from my head and like plug it in. Oh, here's what it's gonna look like at the end, but I can only see it, right? So it'd be nice if I could kind of project the image that I have in my brain to y'all. So you could see it too, but it will get done. It will get done. Trust me. And I always say, well, y'all want to see it done. Imagine how much I want to see it done. Go with the flow. Amen. Amen. I was gonna head to town with family. Yeah, yeah. It's if you do stay safe on the roads, man, it looks like it's getting nasty out there. Carpe diem. Seize the day for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Hardships are everywhere, eh? Hardships are everywhere, and just gotta that's why I say we gotta keep on trucking through it. Keep on trucking. There is no failure. You just gotta keep on going, right? And the only failure is if you quit. So that's the way that I look at life. The only failure is if you quit. Because if you don't do something right or if you fail at something, it's not really a failure if you learn from it, right? So if you can learn from your mistakes, learn from your past experiences, it's not really a failure because you're learning. But if you don't learn anything and you just kind of go about stuff willy-nilly and don't, take perspective in life and take perspective in where you are, then it might be a bit of a failure, right? Oh, ain't that the truth, Possum Run? Even if you think you're finished, there's always something else to need to do. You check one thing off the list and all of a sudden two more are added onto it. And it's because for me, like my imagination is just like it's always going. I always have new ideas about stuff that I want to do for the homestead. So it's like when one thing completes, it's like, oh, like for instance, the bathhouse, like the bathhouse will get done, and then I'll be like, oh, well, now that this is done, this gives me now the opportunity to put another slope onto the roof, build another couple walls, and like I forget who was saying, we could turn that into a sauna. Yeah, that's gonna be nice, right? So it's like it's just always progressing, right? And it's great because I think we have to have the mindset and pre-planning to get excited about these projects, right? Because if not, it's just like, oh, we're just going to be going through the motions, doing these things. And for me, I just get excited when I can start working on something and I have some materials on hand where I'm just like, oh, baby, we're getting on with it. We're getting so much closer, one step at a time. We'll get there. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Running water. Oh, yeah. So I got a plan for doing the bathroom inside under where the stairs are. It's going to be right now. It's my impromptu kitchen area. So under there is going to Cardinal. It's going to be a bathroom, and I'm going to do a water catchment system, gravity fed system. I'll put a small cistern up top of the stairs right there. Have the catchment run into there from the gutters, and have a gravity fed system for that area. And then I'm going to have for the bathhouse. I'm going to connect the brook to a lot of things. I have a seasonal brook. It only dries up for probably I'm going to say maybe July and August. So I'm going to do a reservoir and I'm going to put a pump in it, connect that up to the bathhouse. And I'm going to try something actually this year. I got to see because I'm not sure if all the water that I have coming down from the seasonal brook is groundwater because where I was up by the hobo hut, it looked like there was like an aquifer, like a spring popping up out of the ground. So if it's actually a spring that's popping up out of the ground and not just groundwater, I'm gonna dig that down and I'm gonna see if I can't do maybe like an old school well. But if I can't do that, then I want to try a sandpoint well. So there's potentially 3 or 4 viable options that I'm going to have for running water, which I'm super, super excited about. Woo! Awesome, Black Wolf. Woohoo! Raising everybody up, right? Check out Possum Run. Got some awesome tips and tricks and motivation videos on her homestead. Absolutely amazing. Love it. Love seeing that. Do you think we're trying to get a rainwater? Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be building some cisterns for catching rainwater. I'm gonna be catching the rainwater or the seasonal brook water. So where I have, if you look out straight at the cabin and you look a little bit to the right, I have a spot that's dug out where I already started to build a little reservoir, and I'm gonna line that with, I don't know if I'm gonna line it with IBC totes, bricks, clay, but I'm gonna line it with something, and I'm gonna dig it down probably 6 feet or so, and we'll do maybe a 6 by 10 or 6 by 12 extension of the brook. And then what I could even do is put a pump in there and run that into my outdoor kitchen. So lots of stuff happening left, right, and center. Like I say, there is just plans for everything. And same with electricity. I haven't heard back from the company that we were supposed to be working with for getting batteries on the go. So maybe just because it's the holiday seasons, but they have lithium ion batteries. So we were trying to work something out to get a collaboration on the go. But I want to get some solar set up too. So there's going to be some at least some LED lights, and I'll be able to plug in my phone because right now I'm just using a generator. So that'll be good for, the generator will be good for secondary, and then I can use solar power for the main kind of little stuff. My homestead friends, and when I say when, yeah, when is a dirty word, right? It's just like when soon. Well, soon could be tomorrow, or soon could be 10 years, because soon is different for some people. uh, oh, that's one of the things that, like, I don't even care that about an outhouse. I don't care that I don't have power, but running water. Oh, I miss running water. So like that in itself, that's the thing that I miss the most about my situation in homesteading, is having running water. So when I can have running water, it's going to be just a godsend, an absolute godsend. Uh so my soil, it depends on where you look on the property. So I'm going by where I had a little tractor come out and dig my pond out, that there's a good layer of clay. And from what I've seen, that the layer of clay is probably 4 or 5 feet deep, but that's after we dig down past the probably 4 feet. So it's probably the top 4 feet is good topsoil, good healthy soil. And then from there, the next probably 4 to 6 feet is clay. And then under that, from my understanding, we're back into like a soily, sandy, gravelly mix. So if I can bust through that clay layer and then just jam, that's why I need to dig down first and then jam the sand point well down there, is I'm hoping that that's the case. But I won't know until I get to the top of the property, because I haven't really explored what the soil's like up there, because that's about 500 feet. I have a long, skinny property, so that's about 500 feet at the top of the property there. So I have to see, and it's literally by the corner of the hobo hut. And I only found this out because I started digging down towards the hobo hut, and I dug down about a foot to set in my posts. And I hit it's spring water. I hit spring water only about a foot down. And then I looked at the source of where it was coming, and it looked like it was bubbling out of the ground. And I haven't gotten back to it in the right season to see what's going on with it. So if I actually have it's not groundwater that's running down from because further on back off the property, there's I guess a stream, and I think what I thought was happening was the stream was overflowing and then the groundwater was just coming down. But if that's not the case, and there's actually like a spring that's coming up out of the ground, whoo, oh, that is going to be so exciting. And I know that the missus up the way there, she has been, she's done the same thing, a gravity fed system at the back of her property. She has a gravity fed system going through filters and all of that. And she's been drinking that water for, years and years and years. And I'm going to say she's 70, 80 odd years old now. And she would still probably give me a run for my money. She's a rough and gruff old lady, salt of the earth, just as sweet as can be. But, I'm sure if you get on her wrong side, she'd knock you up the side of the head, not think two ways about it. Uh, oh, right. I know, running water. That's one of the main things that I miss. Like, even though I don't care about electricity is, it'd be nice, obviously, but running water, just to be able, and it's just like to be able to keep up with dishes, because like for me, I don't really have a sink right now. So in my other videos, you see how I do dishes, right? So it's just it would just be nice to just be able to turn that tap on, fill the sink up as soon as you eat, and as soon as you dirty a dish, you could clean it up again, and turn it on, have a hot shower, have hot water, or even just cold water. You fill up a bucket and heat it on the wood stove kind of deal, and it's just absolutely going to be glorious. Going to be glorious. All right, y'all. We're already an hour in. I'm not gonna keep this as long as the other one as much as I like to. I'm gonna pop off here, and I much appreciate y'all checking out the live stream here on Christmas Eve. Y'all have a merry Christmas. God bless you all. May the Lord bless you all with abundance, peace, love, prosperity. 2025 for all of us here. For the troop, I believe is just going to be an absolutely abundant year in the name of Jesus. And I'm just praying that over everybody here on this live, that they just the Lord is in their life working, because it's going to be abundant year for a lot of us. So y'all have a very merry Christmas. I appreciate y'all taking some time out of your day to pop by here. Not at the homestead, but stay tuned. We got a video coming up Thursday, 7 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time. And it's a little bit of an extended video. It's about 45 minutes, 55 minutes. So be sure to check that out. This is this week's live. We're not going to be doing a live Friday, and then we'll be back into the live stream next Friday. So God bless you all. Thank you so much. Peace, love, prosperity, and abundance with y'all. And what do I say? What do I say? We say, keep that stick on the ice. There is no failure. You got to just keep on going. And I'm going to throw in Bob's your uncle, right? The adventures in the journey. No, the adventures, yeah, the adventures in the journey, not the destination, y'all. Merriest of Christmases, y'all. God bless, and we'll see y'all back here. Not here. We'll see y'all back there at the homestead very soon. Woo! Peace, y'all. Love y'all. Merry Christmas. Now I got to figure out how to exit out of this. Merry Christmas. Much love, everybody.